In a moment, we will tell you about recent changes in the dashboard of the Marginal Budgeting for Bottlenecks or MBB tool. Have fun watching.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's session on the new feature for MBB. Our agenda for today is we will cover the new features that we have added on the MBB tool, which are MBB Dashboard, Export Chart, Check for Updates, and Load Scenarios. The icons for all of them can be looked up at the MBB toolbar. MBB Dashboard, Export Chart, Check for Updates, and Load Scenarios. We will also cover in today's session the MBB support website that we use for tracking of tickets and also updating latest documents related to MBB. So we will start with the first feature, which is the MBB Dashboard. The idea for dashboard was to simplify various graphs, the various important graphs that are available across various worksheets on the MBB, and try and summarize them in a page, in a single page, which is the MBB dashboard. And also, we thought it would be interesting for the users if they can play with those graphs, customize the graph options. So to access that page, we can click on the MBB dashboard icon here, and it will take us to the MBB dashboard page. So the MBB dashboard is a visual interface that provides at a glance view into key data and its graphical representation. So we are looking at the first graph, and it is the graph at service delivery mode. So the user has options to customize as a column graph or as a bar graph. So once you click on bar graph, it's going to change to a bar graph. If you want to look at a column graph view, you can click that, and you can select from the three service delivery modes, and then the district and provincial level. So when we select, say, family-oriented and community-based service, the graph changes, and the data corresponding to the graph is also updated. And the change also impacts the graph adjacent, which is for the additional budget by service delivery mode. So both the values of the graph, and the data, both of them change as per the selection that we have here. Moving on to the next section, we can just click on the side and we can minimize the above section, and we are now into the next section where we will analyze graph at a sub-package level. So the first graph is giving us the values for the three scenarios, and the baseline and the three scenarios, and the user again has the option to choose between the 12 sub-packages. And again, we can choose between a column and a bar graph, and the user also has the option to have a short label, which will be just the 6 determinants: commodities, human resource. And if they want a descriptive label, they can just click on full label, and the label will now be descriptive. So the first graph is combined for all the three scenarios, but if the user wants to do a bottleneck analysis for each scenario, say we go to 3.2, management for illness at primary clinic level, and then we want to do bottleneck analysis for each scenario, we can then select scenario 1. Then the data for scenario 1 will change, and it's also going to appear under the data table below it over here as the baseline and the frontier value. So you can do, the user has the ability to change each scenario and quickly compare values between scenarios. And you know, so this is the second section of the dashboard. We can move on to the next section. So we need to click on the side and minimize this section. In the next section, we are comparing changes in the under 5 neonatal and maternal mortality, comparing the baseline and the projection, and the user can select between these three options. So if you select, say, change in under 5 mortality rate, it's going to show you data with the main causes, and it is comparing the baseline, and it is giving a projection. So now you can see that the mortality rate has, we are projecting a decline in 2016. And this is for all the three scenarios that we are doing the analysis for. Similarly, the data table will again change with the selection that you have made in this section. So going further down, we minimize this, and then we have another category of graphs where we can see the mortality and stunting rates. So we can see the values for mortality rate, and like how the comparison between the baseline and scenarios, and the data for that, and accordingly the other levels like coverage, deficit, and stunting. And similarly, we have the other section where we are comparing the number of births, deaths, and stunted children. So we can select again the options that the drop down has under 5 death, and we can see the values for all the three scenarios, the baseline and the current scenario value, and again the data table is available next to the graph. So this was our we can go further down for each section, but our thoughts in introducing the MBB dashboard was to customize, use all the graphs available under various sheets and try and bring them in one page, and allow the user some flexibility in selecting the options for which they want a graphical representation and analyze the data. So I think we have covered most of our customization options on MBB Dashboard.
If you want to know more, you can check out our other videos, or you can click on one of the social network sites. Thank you for watching.